think yes.
Hey, everybody. Let's put this button. How about that for real quick? Just to say hi to everybody real quickly. Hey, good morning, because
Good
it is
morning.
morning.
Yes.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here. Meteorologist Ashley Civic is here. Wannabe meteorologist Kara Shirley is here. But Kara, we understand, has a secret life. Did you know about this?
I did not.
That she has actually done weather on television before.
Oh, yes, I have.
And
there you go.
she didn't tell me that when I first
She could
talked
be
to
a
her.
part of the team.
That was like our 17th conversation. Right. That's the whole thing. That's why she didn't want to talk
Funny.
about it, because we work
Now we
crazy
know.
hours, long hours. Ashley came in today. I came in today, 1:00. 1:00.
Yeah.
So that's
Just gonna
11 hours ago, just about. What are you looking that way for? 9 what?
a.m.
No, that doesn't count. We came in at 1 p.m. Okay. That's a big deal. You coming in at 9 a.m.? No. Did you go take a break?
Couple hours.
That's it. Then that's discounted. So what time did you come in this evening?
I don't even know what time you came.
Okay, so Kara's been here a whole 5 hours. She wants credit for it.
No,
All right.
She's been here a
But
lot.
we've been here without a break since 1:00 this afternoon. And we're gonna hang out here. I don't know. What do we think? What do you think you have? You have another 90 minutes in you? You think you can make it to 2:00, can you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I think so too.
I think so.
Well, we're here till 2. And then our morning crew takes over. Chase and Elise will be here. And we got a big morning show kicking off at 4 a.m. All right. And that's going to be continuous coverage as well as to what's going on with the storm. And so the storm has continued to weaken, which is expected after landfall. We're talking about Francine, which was a major hurricane, not major hurricane, it was a category 2 hurricane that made landfall near Morgan City, 100-mile-per-hour winds, and that was 5:00 Wednesday.
Yes.
Here we are early morning on Thursday. Can you believe that? I mean, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
And you know what day comes after that?
The weekend.
That's right. Kara, did you know that? You didn't know that, did you?
I'm not listening to you.
Why? We need you right now. Kara doesn't have it. You don't have a microphone, so they don't even know what you're saying, right? Okay.
Well.
Anyway, I don't even know what you're saying. But bottom line is middle of the night update. We want to tell you what's going on with this tropical storm. Francine now has weakened just a little bit.
Yep.
Take us from there.
So we are now seeing winds of 70 miles an hour. It's still moving northeast at 16 miles an hour, but it's gradually starting to make that northward trek, but still moving northeast at this point in time, still losing its strength as it does so. And we are still seeing some effects here at home, mainly starting to see more rain, light to moderate showers, and also some wind gusts. Over the past couple of hours, we started to see the winds pick up. This is a live look here at First Alert Doppler radar. Again, those light to moderate showers, especially near the Pine Belt, near Hattiesburg, along I-59. That's where the brunt of this system is currently. And yeah, we're starting to also see some winds pick up across the area. This current wind gust right now, it's 38 miles an hour in Biloxi. Again, these are wind gusts, not sustained winds. 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts here in Jackson. We'll zoom in a little bit closer to our area. And we've been between that 15 to 20, 25-mile-an-hour wind gust mark over the past couple of hours or so.
That's right. So winds have been gusting over 20 miles per hour, 22 in Crystal Springs, 27 in McGee, 19 in Canton, and then about 23 miles per hour in Tylertown. I've seen the gusts get closer to 30 in some cases. And right now, if you live along the I-55 corridor or eastward, we're expecting winds to pick up to about 30, 40 miles per hour here over the next few hours. If you live closer to the Mississippi River, we don't expect much wind at all for you at this point.
So as we talk about the wind gusts, they've actually knocked out power across, especially our most southern counties. That's where it's been seeing the brunt of this so far. We have around 7,600 customers without power. And also, if you are without power, or if you know someone that is without power, don't forget to tell them that they can watch us on the Book of Faces, as Dave says. And of course, we're streaming on the free First Alert weather app. And so there's multiple ways to watch us or get the latest information if you don't currently have power. power.
Say book of faces. You could also say book face.
Book face.
You could do it too. So
Right.
yeah, that's why I like the different little pet names for the book of faces that we've got going on here. You know, look at the shear. So when you look at those dark red clouds on the satellite picture, that just shows you how far separate from the actual center of the storm this has become. And that's because of sheer wind, dry air that's been coming in from the west. And it's really just impacted the storm, taking literally the steam out of it.
Yeah. And we just got an updated forecast cone about how long ago? 2 hours ago?
Not even.
Not even.
Yeah, 2 hours ago though.
And it definitely has shifted east. And what that means is that we're definitely going to see areas just east of I-55. That's where we're looking to see the most impacts from this system over the next couple of hours as we continue into around 3, 4, 5 o'clock for areas in Lawrence, Simpson County, heading into Smith County by around 6, 7 o'clock. That's when we'll start to see those heavier winds or heavy rain and gusty winds begin to pick up as well. Of course, as this continues to move inland, it also will begin to continue to weaken. We've already seen that, and this will more than likely continue to be the case even later on this morning. And even by around daybreak, I would say Leake, Atala counties, that's where we'll start to see this into your neck of the woods before it eventually exits our area by around noon. I should say noon today.
Yeah. So between now and 8 o'clock in the morning, if you live along and east of I-55, you're going to experience occasional rain, sometimes heavy, and there will be winds gusting anywhere to 40, 50 miles per hour at most. A very, very slim tornado threat, but it's more likely it's going to be in the Pine Belt, but a slim tornado threat anywhere east of 55. If you live east of I-55 between now and 8 a.m., you're basically going to experience what you are right now, light rain and breezy conditions. And then late this morning, early this afternoon, the sun will be back out. The weather should turn rather nice in the afternoon.
Melanie asked a good question. Now that it's shifted east, what does this mean for Hinds County? I definitely we'll still see some rain, and I still think we'll see some pretty gusty winds between 30 to 40 miles an hour, but we are starting to be a little bit on the west side. As we've been saying, west side's the best side, especially for areas in Warren, Issaquena, Sharkey, even in Jefferson County. I definitely think the worst of this will not really be affecting you guys. But in terms of Hinds County, it's definitely looking better than it was earlier today.
Absolutely. Carrie, you seeing any good questions out there?
Yeah.
All right. Boop.
So Yazoo County is good. I can go to bed.
No. I can go to bed? ? Well, we can't answer that question for you. Mean, we're not your parents. But is Yazoo County good? I would say this. You're going to have rain and breezy conditions overnight tonight and through the morning, but we don't expect you to have the major impacts like they will along and east of I-55. So that's the thing. If you live along and east of I-55, that's where the heavier rain will develop here in the next few hours, last through the morning commute, whatever morning commute we're going to be having. And then after that, the weather will improve dramatically. By lunchtime this afternoon, nice weather will be out there.
So I would say over the next hour or so, especially for our far most southern counties, and again, east of I-55, you'll definitely be noticing the heavier rains and the winds pick up heading into around 3 a.m. or so. We'll start to see that lift a little further off to the north, and continuing to do so throughout the rest of your Thursday morning, eventually by around 6, 7 o'clock, entering into Leake, Atala, parts of Madison County. We'll start to see those heavier rain, maybe even some gusty winds, as we mentioned, but eventually by around midnight or so, noon, that's when things will really start to improve for pretty much all of us.
That's right. So again, next, let's say 4 to 8 hours, the next 4 to 8 hours, if you live along I-55 and eastward, anywhere in Mississippi, you're going to be looking at the gustiest of the winds and also the heaviest of the rain. But after 8 o'clock in the morning, that's it. And most of the weather will start to wind down. And by lunch, we're going to be out of it completely. If you live west of I-55, that's where you're just going to see showers and breezy conditions for the next several hours.
I did see one question about Hattiesburg. They are under a
Tornado
tornado watch,
Yep.
and I do think that will probably be where the most impacts are going to be taking place, at least over the next couple of hours. So if you are in Hattiesburg or in the Pine Belt, I definitely would be weather aware over the next couple of hours.
Seeing a lot of people asking the same questions over and over. What about my town? What about my town? You can get an hour-by-hour forecast on the free First Alert weather app. Obviously, you know whether you're east of I-55 or not, or along I-55 or east. That's what we've been saying. West of I-55, you basically know where your town is as well. So that's the kind of weather you can expect. Any specific questions that we can answer for you?
Maybe some about impacts or anything like that.
Anything like that? No,
No.
doesn't see it. Kara's scanning all the comments too. All right. So if you live, if you're in the Pine Belt and you're watching us right now, obviously you have a little bit more to be vigilant for. Until 6 a.m., there is a tornado watch in effect for the Pine Belt of Mississippi as well as the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. I wouldn't be shocked if they try to increase or maybe expand that tornado watch further north based on trends. The good news is we haven't had any reports of tornadoes except for was it by Bay St. Louis or Waveland? There was a tornado. There was a tornado warning issued. I think there was a water spout as that stuff was coming in. But as each hour goes by, this storm collapses more and more. Really, as each minute goes by, because it's over land now, so it can't really gather any more strength. That's really it. Heather Watson, thank you so much. Thank you for the late night update. Appreciate y'all. We appreciate you too.
Yes.
Okay, Eric Hutchinson has a great question. How much do Facebook meteorologists get paid? Unfortunately, Eric, you don't want to know the answer to that, because it's more than you make and more than I make and more than both of us make together. So yeah, it's kind of scary when you see some people on Facebook that do this for a living and they have no meteorological training whatsoever, but they go out there and they make all these kinds of prognostications and predictions, and it's kind of interesting.
I see similar questions asked about tornado, thunderstorm threat. Those kind of impacts don't look as prevalent for us in our viewing area, but I would say anywhere in the Pine Belt and further off to the south, it's definitely going to be more of an issue.
And I see a good question that Kayla, no, where did it go here? Okay, no, Ellie Thornhill.
Where's the storm right now, and could it shift east anymore?
So, the trend has been to shift eastward since Monday. Ellie, this is a good question. The storm right now is really in southeastern Louisiana. It's about to move into southeastern Mississippi. And so, it could shift eastward. The more this westerly wind keeps hitting it and drawing it out, it absolutely could shift farther east. Absolutely. What's Laboozy Woods saying? I can't see it.
Some seems to get mad when the bad weather passes.
So, hey, listen, some folks, they plan for a storm. They want a storm. So I understand that philosophy. Our job is to tell you what we're seeing. And that's why, Ashley was watching some of my posts on Facebook yesterday. I was showing those forecast models, and I said they're nudging east, and I talked about it on TV Monday night, and some folks didn't like hearing that. And you have to understand something. First off, I don't want a hurricane here.
No,
I'm just letting you know. I'll be honest with you. People always say, "Oh, they love to go at me," and they go, "Oh, you just want to be on the Weather Channel, and you just want to go and have a tornado." We don't get paid extra for tornadoes. No. Just we don't get paid extra for disasters, and I don't want any of those. I've been through a bunch of them. I went through a tornado on live TV here.
Yeah.
Don't want to ever go through that again. I know what my mom would be thinking from above, and she would not be very happy with me. I could already see what she would say to me. So I don't want to think about that. And so we don't root on storms coming our way by any means.
The best we can do is prepare you.
Yeah.
It's better to be prepared and it not turn out that way than it coming out of nowhere. So
Erin has a good question. Erin Elizabeth Boyd. When is the next forecast cone update? That should come our way at about 4:00 in the morning. So about 4 a.m., 3.5 hours from now.
Yeah.
So Chase and Elise will definitely have that. Good question from Brianna Woolley. The difference in wind gust and sustained winds is a gust like straight line winds. All right, well, hold on a second. Sustained winds, that means the constant amount of wind. So you see it on the screen here that Ashley's showing you.
Mhm.
That means the wind is constantly blowing, for instance, at 20 miles per hour. But every once in a while, the wind gusts like an extra just gust to 31 miles per hour. So I just want you to understand that that's the difference. So sustained winds means one thing, a gust means something else. Had a good question the other night. I wish I could have saved his comment, but he said, but I live in a county where you're talking about wind gusts over 39 miles per hour. Why am I not under a warning or a watch? Because it was a gust.
Not sustained winds.
Sustained winds will get you a watch or a warning. So there you go.
Yes.
Victoria Gibson, Dave,
Thank
thanks
you.
for the live weather update. Channel 3, WLBT, the best weather ever. Thank you. Ashley is a big part of that. Kara's a big part of that.
The whole weather team.
The whole weather team. I'm just saying, I'm
And the
serious.
whole team,
Yeah.
the news team.
The whole team, seriously. Elise and Chase do a great job in the morning too. I really appreciate them. They're going to be coming in here in a little bit. So hopefully you watch them. They're on from 4 this morning until 7 a.m. Any other questions that you're seeing, Kara?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, you know what, folks? We got to get back to work. We got another weather cut in. Coming our way in 6 minutes on WLBT. We're doing updates throughout the night, top and bottom of the hour until 4 a.m. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest weather, if you want to keep us company, all right, keep us awake, watch us through your TV. It'll keep us company that way, and we'll be here to get you through the storm. That's the main thing, is we were never expecting this to be like a Katrina or something like that. We had to treat it like it was a severe weather event because that's pretty much what it is and what it brings us the chance of. But we just want to make sure that you're all safe and get through this. And I got to be honest with you, I'm happy that we're not dealing with a direct threat from a tropical storm or a hurricane. I'm glad that it kept trending eastward. So that's where, if you want to know where we're rooting for things, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the story on that. And y'all have a good one. And we may be back on. If not, you're probably going to see Chase and Elise here on Facebook in a couple hours. Kara lives here. So you live on the 3rd floor, right?
This is the bottom.
Oh, you're in
the
the
bottom.
basement. Okay. So Kara's here. She's running the show when it comes to the Facebook behind the scenes. And then Ashley's got to go right now. She's going to be on doing a cut-in at 12:30. And we'll be back on TV at 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30. And then live continuous coverage starts at 4 a.m. But I really do appreciate all the efforts of our First Alert weather team, Ashley, Chase, of course, Peyton, and Elise. So, and Todd. Can't forget Todd.
No, we can't forget Todd.
What's Todd doing right now? Maybe for our next, can we call him for our next Facebook? Let's wait till he's good and asleep, but we'll call Todd Adams in the middle of the night and see what he's doing and get a report from wherever he's located.
Again, I'm doing a cut in here very shortly. So
Yes.
if you have more questions or are curious, I'll have another update for you in about 5 minutes.
All right, on WLBT3. Until then, we're going to get out of here, and so she can get on the TV. She's got to hop in her Uber and get over to the studio. No, it's right down the hall, but we got to get going. All right, folks, take care, stay safe. We will be back with you soon, and we'll keep you up to date throughout the night.